that moment, that won't matter. But where you're going and what you're doing in this moment to get where you're going is absolutely what matters. My name is Leal Hudson. I'm an attorney in the Houston area. As the oldest of 19 children, all adopted, advocating for children is a joy, and it's been such a part of my life, and it's the reason that I'm here today. Where our family was going as a family was more important. That tells you something as an individual, as an adult, as a corporation. Being an attorney goes hand in hand with being an inspirational speaker, because much like the kids that I represent, I have to understand them, the background, the cases, and then advocate for what is in their best interest and what they need. And that same way, your organization will be like that client. I want to understand you, and I want to advocate for your company's goals.
And I thought to myself, even then, as a young man, I thought, wouldn't it be fun to have a huge family? Now, I never thought that that would be the seed, the impetus of my future decisions.
My name is Rolando Leal. I am the father of the 19 adopted children. I'm also a motivational speaker.
I met this lovely woman. It was love at first sight. Within 2 weeks, I had proposed and asked her to marry me, and she said yes. We were married after a short courtship. 6 months later, into our marriage, the opportunity arose for us to adopt 2 children.
The most challenging part of my delivery has to be holding on to my emotions. Sometimes the storyline is so real and so true to me that sometimes I lose and I just have to cry sometimes.
Now, my wife called me and said, I have wonderful news. I thought maybe she was bringing me something to eat. What she brought was a little 2-year-old little girl and a 6-month little boy. In they walked through the door. We had a little dog, and the dog was barking, and that little girl had bangs down to here, and her hands were just a-flapping. She was excited. My wife said, these kids are up for adoption. What do you think? We had just been married 6 months. We hadn't even finished our honeymoon yet. And here it was, this opportunity to adopt 2 kids. We said yes.
Our typical audience is anybody and everybody. We know that our family story resonates with everybody. We will be laughing, crying, inspired by what you hear, and there's not an aspect of life that our life lessons could not apply to.
Business is just a microcosm of the family. The way that it revolves around a central hub, the way that things transpire, the organization, and how things come about is very similar to that of a family, and that's what we use.
So just to be clear, I wasn't on board with adopting that sibling group of 7 in one day. See, I had 2 brothers and I was the only girl, and I was perfectly happy doing that.
The business model, the structure of business is very similar to that of a family. When we bring people together, they're not all cut out of the same mold. They're not all the same. We bring different things to the table. And it's the job of the leader to figure out who it is and what talents you have that will benefit the whole.
Corporate leaders benefit from our inspirational and motivational speakers because they themselves will be inspired to find what's driving them, but also inspired to dig deep in their team and to help their own team identify their individual goals, which again impact the team, impact the company. That's true leadership. It's not just benefiting yourself, but reaching down and benefiting, pulling your whole team up, which as a result benefits the company.